Keller.
All right, 25 minutes before 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. You need a job? CareerSource. 2 words. That's really 1 word put together. It is really the best advice I could ever give you. And how do I know about it? Because Laura Byrnes talks about it every month. Talks about it. I say the word talk wrong. And I can't tell you how many times you can lead the horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Exchanges have happened. Let me put your picture on the video thing here. There you are. Good morning. You're looking beautiful. How are you?
I'm very well, thank
you. Did you have another wedding in your family?
I just got back from New Orleans. I was gone almost 2 weeks on vacation. Which is another benefit of being employed.
That's right.
You get paid vacations, mostly. So I literally just got back, and I'm unpacking my suitcases and putting things away. So today I'm going to unpack some information for your listeners.
Listen to that's the writer in you coming out.
Yeah.
First of all, can I compliment your necklace? Look at how pretty that is.
Pretty necklace.
It is gorgeous.
I got this to wear to the rehearsal dinner with
nice. You're looking so nice.
Earrings
and the earrings went with the rehearsal dinner too.
Very beautiful.
All right, so you were talking about some of the benefits. One of them being vacations.
That's true.
So there was a story this morning, and it's nothing political on my part. I'm just bringing it up. It's from Bloomberg. It says UPS will freeze pensions for 70,000 non-union workers.
Yeah.
So talk to me about that. When we go to a job in the state of Florida, where I was always told that there's no union thing. Well, it's a big discussion. When you have a radio show, it comes up all the time. So what do you do if you see that? You say, well, if I'm going to work for UPS, I'm going to join the union. That way I keep my pension.
You know, I am not the expert on this by any stretch.
Me either.
I mean, I believe Florida is what they call a right-to-work state.
Right.
And so you can, get jobs without joining unions. That said, there are unions.
Yeah.
But I really can't speak to UPS and their freezing of pensions. That's really not my wheelhouse, and I don't even know that we have any job openings with UPS right now.
Well, and I wasn't asking about UPS specifically, but about pensions. I hadn't even heard the word pension in a long time, so I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, different companies handle it different ways. 403, there's 401ks or 403bs, different ways that the employee can save money. They're matched often by the employer, and then that goes into an account, which basically ends up being sort of an annuity, and you can select your investments, and that has replaced pensions in a lot of cases. I know companies, though, that have frozen and then pensions and then have walked back from pensions. That happens, but that is something that you, if you are a career seeker, that's something you might want to take into consideration.
Right. The lead the horse to water but can't make him drink reference is sometimes about career versus job, because you can tell a job is not a career necessarily, right?
That's true.
And that's why I want people to hear about what you have to say.
Yeah. Well, we understand and can appreciate that sometimes people do just need the job.
Sure.
They need something right now.
Sure.
If
you're
to
15
pay the
or
bills
81.
or right. And for whatever
everything
reason,
between 15 and 81.
We certainly are not going to turn you away or turn our nose up because you say, listen, I need something right now, and I'm a hard worker, and this is what I can do, and what do you have? But also, to your point, careers, and we have had many employers come in here, and one of the questions you ask the folks on the show is, how long have you worked there? And I am always just not surprised, but heartened and impressed by ones that say, I started on the floor and I worked my way up to manager, and I worked my way up to regional director. And there are people who've been with companies for years and years and years. I have been with CareerSource now, it'll be 7 years. And to me, that's amazing because it's just gone by like that.
Right,
I
right,
love
right.
it. And I'm a short timer compared to a lot of folks there who've been there 15, 20, 30 years.
Wow.
Wow. When you find something that you love and you have a heart for it and you have that potential for advancement, that, folks, is a career. What I do, my skills in communications and public relations, I can sort of take anywhere. But right now and for the foreseeable future,
Well, you're a good catch. I'm not just buttering you up. I mean, really, no, you've got to, you know how to write, you know how to get the word out. Robin and I can tell you that everybody who sends us announcements does not have the basic skills that you could teach all of them.
Well, another great segue, basic skills. So, if you're saying, well, this is all well and good, but, the area I have been trained in or have my expertise, that industry no longer exists. And we see that.
Yeah, that
With
happens.
technology
Yeah.
replace, that happens. And so you say, well, what can I possibly do? Well, at CareerSource, we can assist you in sort of widening your vision, casting a wider net, saying, you've got these skills, and did you know that these emerging or high demand industries also need those skills? And so we can help match you up. We can help with your assessing of your skills and abilities and your interests, and then help you think outside the box and find employers that are looking for job seekers, career seekers with the skills that you have. And sometimes, it's hard to see the forest through the trees. It really is. If you say, I have always been X, Y, and Z, and I've done it for 20 years, and it no longer exists, or it's not in this area.
Right.
What do I do?
It's not in this area. Can I talk about that just for a second?
Sure.
Because here's what you just brought to mind. In this business, in radio, we went from tape to a computer. All right. It was a big transition, but if you were in it while it changed, it was kind of a learning curve, and you got, you transitioned over to computer as I did. I mean, I was a tape guy, now I'm a computer guy.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
But place is an interesting thing, because while it may have been gradual while it happened here, if you had moved, like if I had moved from, let's say, Ocala to New York or LA, or a city that was already 10 years ahead of Ocala, let's say, as far as radio production, I would have been thrust from thinking I knew how to do radio to a world that I knew nothing about. All of a sudden, I would have had computers. So what do I do with this?
Sure. It's true. Areas of the country don't all develop at the same time.
Yeah.
We may not necessarily be an early adapter here in Marion County, whereas in LA, maybe they're on top of that. But, eventually it catches up. And, once upon a time, people said, well, I don't need to have computer skills. I don't need that, in my area that I do. But guess what? Pretty much anything you do, whether you are preschool, child development, what do you call them? When little kids go to, what is it? I can't even think.
Preschool?
Preschool. Well,
Kindergarten?
Before you go to public school, and they take care of your wee children. That one, I can't even think of it. I'm sorry.
Kindergarten.
No, that's okay. It's
Pre-K.
Vacation brain here, folks. I'm not back in the loop. But or maybe a cashier at a grocery store, or whatever.
Oh,
You
yeah,
are
even
going
their
to
job.
be using computers all the time, and your computers. Hello, do you have one of these smartphones?
Yeah.
There's more
I
gigs
have
on
photo
this than my first desktop computer.
That's right. That's absolutely right.
It's
yeah.
insane what you can do.
And even in the construction industry, that's an
definitely.
honorable profession.
Oh, absolutely.
Ronnie, my husband, he started out as a welder back in the late 60s. He was first certified, and he worked his way up for all the certifications. And then when he retired, he had a certification for welding with a computer. You had to program everything in it.
Oh, yeah.
He still held the torch in his hand and did everything like that, but you had to program it into the computer, and then that would
absolutely. We've talked about that a lot. The CNC computer numeric controlling machines. In manufacturing, you have a mental image of people working on a factory floor with a conveyor belt and all that, and so much of advanced I don't know, that's a welder.
Where's the writer in you when you need her?
Again, on vacation.
Zzz, and all that.
But so much of that is being done by computerized machines, and they need qualified individuals to program the machines and to operate the machines. So maybe instead of working in a hot, sweaty environment, now you're in a climate-controlled, clean, green environment, and you're working with computers. And that's a terrible thing, isn't it, to be able to make that shift? But anyway, do you have to go to commercial?
Yes.
Okay, because when we come back, I have some information to convey. Some
I turned
hiring
my
events.
peripheral so I couldn't even see it. So thank you for asking.
Some hiring events I want to get into.
All right, we will be right back. And hiring events, that's always an important topic. So we'll do that when we come back with Laura Byrnes. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. On this Wednesday, more clouds and sun. Look for a heavy thunderstorm or two during the afternoon hours, high 85 to 89. For Wednesday night, partly cloudy. There can be a thunderstorm early on near the coast, low 72 to 76. Thursday times the sun and clouds with a thunderstorm around in the afternoon, the high 86 to 90. For Friday, clouds and sun with a couple of thunderstorms around, especially in the afternoon, high 88 to 92. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
The very best in quality is Captain T's Upholstery.
Hey, this is Dan. Let me ask you a few questions. Does your boat look better with the cover on? Has your car's interior seen its better days? Stop using a towel to cover up those rips in the golf cart. Isn't it about time you had it restored to better than new with a custom upholstery from Captain T? Captain T's Upholstery has been right here in Ocala for nearly 20 years, so they know how to make your ride one of a kind. Whether you want to take that classic ride back to a factory look or put your favorite sports team front and center, Captain T's Upholstery is who to call. 352-369-1810. That's 352-369-1810. Or stop by their location, 5030 South Pine Avenue in Ocala, just past the drive-in. And of course, don't forget to visit them on the web, CaptainTUpholstery.com.
The very best in quality is Captain T's Upholstery.
Hey Ocala, this is Kelly Hart, Executive Editor of Ocala Magazine. Did you know last year Ocala Magazine won more awards in excellence than any other publication in Florida? And this year, Ocala Magazine was named Best Consumer Magazine in the state. Now you can join me every Friday at 10 a.m. on Ocala Magazine Radio, where we bring the pages of Ocala Magazine to life, right here on The Source. Ocala Magazine thanks you for making us number one. And remember, there is only one Ocala Magazine.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to tune in to the first and third Thursday of the month at 11 a.m. to learn about the latest advances in healthcare available right here at home. Ocala Regional Medical Center and Strive have teamed up to bring the most qualified medical professionals on the air to answer your questions and bring information to help you in your decisions concerning your health. Again, that's the first and third Thursday. Health matters.
Hospice of Marion County has an urgent need for volunteers to share a conversation with someone, run errands, hold someone's hand. All you need is a willingness to help others. Our volunteers believe the blessings they receive far exceed the services they offer. Will you consider serving, caring, and making a difference? Call today, 873-7441. Hospice of Marion County, making more moments of life possible.
All right, 12 minutes before 10 o'clock. Hey, you want to do a magic trick for somebody you care about? You can take the video that we're making right now of Laura talking about job opportunities and share it with somebody who really could use a better job. I am telling you, it's going to work like magic, because once they hear that simple website, CareerSource, they're going to have opportunities to find work with great benefits, with future vacations and health benefits, eyeglasses, right?
Yeah.
And we're not talking moving away. We're talking Marion County, Citrus County, Levy County. So do a magic trick, share this video with somebody. And I there's not anybody who comes in here that I talk about more than I talk about you. Because I run into people all the time who either are unhappy with their job or don't have one.
Well, that's great. And I would like to take a few minutes to talk about some hiring events that we have in the next couple
Yes.
of weeks. And there is such a variety here. Hopefully there's something for everyone. But today, going on right now until noon, Sitel is looking to hire customer service reps. So if you have a pleasing phone voice and patience and you can think and work a little bit of technology, this might be a terrific position for you. Again, it's going on today, right now until noon at our Career Center here in Ocala. That's at 2703 Northeast 14th Street. On Friday, Save a Lot from 9:30 to 2:30, again at our Ocala Career Center, is having a hiring event. They are looking for experienced meat cutters, part-time store clerks, and managers and shift leads, and that's for Save a Lot on Friday, 9:30 to 2:30 at our Ocala Career Center. On July 6th, shortly after the 4th of July, obviously, we have 3 hiring events on the same day, so get your pencil out. CD Staffing, we're helping them out from 9 to 1. They are looking for landscapers, quality assurance technicians, machine operators, general laborers, and truss builders. So a lot of opportunities there for folks who like to work with their hands, work outdoors, work with machines. That's CD Staffing on July 6th from 9 to 1. That's also at our Ocala Career Center. Also that day, Resource Manufacturing from 9 to 3. They are looking for seasonal, I have an abbreviation, can't read my own writing, seasonal products associates. Apologize for that. It's on our website. And also the same day, Sunbelt Industrial Company from 10 to 2 is looking for scaffolding and insulation workers. So again, if you're in construction, like to work with your hands, like to work outdoors, that may be an opportunity for you.
I know somebody.
I know you know somebody. We were just talking about it, so please let him know. Come on. On July 10th, Health Matters from 10 to 1 over at our Lecanto Center in Citrus County, and that address is 683 South Adolph Point, is looking for home health aides and certified nursing assistants. So if you are an HHA or CNA, that might be a great opportunity for you. On July 13th, back over here in Ocala at our Career Center, the wonderful Transitions Life Center, TLC, from 9 to 1. They're looking for adult special needs instructors, instructional assistants, and substitute assistants. So that's on July 13th from 9 to 1 for TLC. So that's sort of like something for everybody, basically. If you're a teacher, construction worker, a machine operator, landscaper, a customer service rep, store manager, these are companies that are hiring right now, so please check it out.
You guys are outstanding. I love what you do. It's just so hard sometimes to get people to pay attention to what you're saying. When you're telling people, I mean, you're giving them a gift.
Well, it's a service. It is paid for by taxpayers, to be frank. We get our funding from the U.S. Department of Labor. We also get a lot of funding through competitive grants that we have to apply for and compete for. And I'll have a little bit more information on some nice ones that we just got. We did just get one from Duke Energy Foundation to help finance or to support our Career Awareness Talent Pipeline project that we have been doing for a couple years, focusing thus far on businesses. In manufacturing, we're expanding that into technology and logistics, and the grant is specific to the secondary and primary school programs that help students prepare for careers. So we'll be doing videos for the different programs in our schools.
Neat.
And with thank you to Duke Energy Foundation for that grant.
And what's wonderful about your hiring events is that you focus. You focus on a particular business during these kinds of events.
Right.
So people can do research on each of the businesses before they get their resume together and come down for the interview.
Right. And when we do the the difference between the hiring events, as Robin just pointed out, is that is specific to an employer. When we do the career fairs, job fairs, we'll have multiple. We'll have 20, 25, 30 or more employers there. But we always tell you who's going to be there, so you can also take a look at the employers, do your due diligence, do that research on them, find out what positions are open, and before you even get your foot in the door, you can even apply for the position. So what you can do as well for these hiring events.
The website is CareerSource Citrus. I'm sorry. The website is CareerSourceCLM.com, which stands for Citrus, Levy, Marion.
Correct.
And I just went to the site just to see how easy it is to navigate, because it's always something people, for some reason, I'm not good with navigating websites or whatever they will say. Look at this. There's a thing on here. Need help? You click on this thing, and it's the lady going to help me. So somebody's going to come on here, and my name. Let's see. I'm just going to try this. Okay, Larry is my name. My question is, how are you? Okay, how are you? Okay. All right. I'm going to start the chat. Where is this lady who's going to talk to me?
Well, she's either at one of our centers, or she might be the wonderful Marcy Robeson, who is our assistant right at my office. There are a number of different people who kind of rotate in to
so they will
to
see
help.
this on their computer. They'll see, how are you?
Right.
Well, I'm going to tell them Laura is doing fine. But anyway,
Great.
the important message for the listeners is, again, if you have a person in your life who could use a job or a better job, that's it. And I always direct people to the website, but some people maybe prefer to sit across the desk. Do they just show up at your office?
You can do that. You certainly can. To get the staff-assisted services, which are at no charge, we have a little intake process to find out about who you are, what your needs are, what your experience might be, and then that way we can match you up with the right employment specialist who can work with you one-on-one, do the counseling, find all the opportunities for you, review your resume if it needs to be sharpened, updated. Maybe it's been a while since you've interviewed for a job, so we can assist you with honing those interview skills as well.
So Beatrice Ballard, do you know her?
I do. Hi, Beatrice.
She responded. She said, "Good morning. I'm good. Thanks for asking. How can we help you today?" I wrote, "I am demonstrating how easy it is to use your website. Thank you, Beatrice." You'll have to explain later on what happened. Just
Okay.
there.
Okay.
But that's what I mean. That's how easy it was. If I were to really look for a job, I would say, "Hey, I really need a job." She would start asking me questions and weeding out what's good for me and what's not good for me. Oh my gosh.
And you can also call us at 1-800-434-JOBS. That's 5627. And say, "Hey, how do I get started? What do you need me to do?" And you'll be able to talk to someone who can walk you through the different steps and make recommendations. And listen, your best course of action is to get to a point where you're going to sit down one-on-one with one of our trained HR professionals who are going to take you under wing and do everything they can to assist you. So please take advantage of those staff-assisted services.
And you're also putting your services out there for the different businesses in town. There is a process for them too to go through. So when you do offer the businesses to the people that need jobs, all the businesses are above board and they deliver what they say they're going to.
We couldn't do this without the businesses. That's the other side of our coin, is we provide a lot of employer services for our businesses, again, at no charge, to help them recruit, hire, train, retain the staff that they need at no charge.
There's nothing like it. I can remember when I was a young man and looking for work, and the best job I ever got was through an employment agent. So right there, I know that what you do has been done before, and it's very, very helpful and gets you a better job. The difference, we don't got to pay you. I had to pay her, I think it was a month.
Yeah.
And she was so nice. She was right here in Ocala. And she was so nice, she let me split it up, I think, over 5 or 6 weeks, or maybe a couple of more than a month or whatever. Well, I guess that is 5 weeks, but anyway. Well, good to see you. You look beautiful.
Good to be back.
You look refreshed. Do you feel refreshed?
Not really. Hey, it's Barbara Carbo. Hey, she must be your next guest.
She is.
I know Barbara.
She is. Well, you're welcome to stay and do the next interview together with her. People are dying to get into her line of work, by the way.
Boom.
Just a joke.
And actually, because we rescheduled, I'll be back next Wednesday.
Oh, that's right, yes.
That's on
Yes.
July 5th. So I want to wish all your listeners and viewers a very, very happy and safe 4th of July, and I'll be back on the 5th. So thank you so much.
And Beatrice Belliard, thank you for being on the show by way of text messaging.
I will let her know. All right.
She's typing something right now. I don't know what she's saying.
All righty.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. The president insisting on Twitter he is well informed on the issue of health care.
Railing against what he calls the fake news media. Tweeting this morning, I know the